Justice League is here! Well, okay, not really. It's like about 3 months away. Comes out November 17th. But I couldn't help myself. I'm just so excited I had to sound like that. But anyways, we all know at least this much, right? Who's going to be in it? It's going to be Batman, Superman. Yeah, I said Superman. I know they're trying to like play dumb and be all coy and stuff, but you know who's going to be in it. Wonder Woman, The Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman as the heroes. But those are the people who are going to be in Justice League Part 1. But after them, who's going to follow? Who's going to join in Justice League 2? Or 3? Or 4? Well, by the time they get to Justice League 4, it'll probably be a whole like truckload of new people that I can't even like begin to guess right now. But right now, I'm going to make some theories about who the first wave of new recruits after the original ones are going to join. I'm going to list and I'm going to say why. Number one, probably the most obvious pick, is the Green Lantern, right? In the new DC like opening thing that premiered like before Wonder Woman and stuff, Green Lantern was one of the people who was up there with all the other members of the Justice League right now. And he's been rumored to be in Justice League, the movie, for a while. Teased, or he's going to follow later. And he's even referred to, the Lanterns are referred to in this trailer that just came out. When Steppenwolf says over voiceover, no lanterns. He's basically telling everyone in the audience that lanterns exist in the DCEU. And, as the rumors are telling us in news reports, that means Green Lantern's on the way. I think the bigger question isn't, the big question isn't, is the Green Lantern going to show up? The bigger question is, which Green Lantern will it be? The most obvious choice would probably be Hal Jordan, right? He's the one, I think, who's actually appearing in that DC character intro for the movies now. And he's the most famous Green Lantern, the most popular Green Lantern, and the one who's been on the Justice League more than any other Green Lanterns. But there are also popular Green Lanterns who could be on there too, like Jon Stewart, who was in the Justice League animated series and Justice League Unlimited, who has a lot of fans and whom a lot of people think of when they think Green Lantern. Because a lot of little kids and young people had never really, they knew that Justice League existed, but had never read a Justice League comic book or seen the Justice League on screen, whether it's animated or live action, until Justice League Unlimited. So the first Green Lantern, and maybe the major Green Lantern they know, is Jon Stewart. And I think after Hal Jordan, he might be the second most popular Green Lantern in the comics, so he could be in there. Another Green Lantern could be Simon Baz or Jessica Cruz, right? They're the newest Earth Green Lanterns, and they're members of the Justice League now in the comics. They could be in there. And Guy Gardner could be another one. Guy Gardner is, I guess, it's difficult to really categorize Guy Gardner, but he's been a member of the Justice League. He's one of the more famous members of the Justice League International, and he definitely has a very distinctive personality, and he could be in there. And there's also Kyle Rayner, another popular Green Lantern, who's also been a member of the Justice League. Those are the main ones I think it could be. If not Hal, it's going to be one of them. There are other Green Lanterns, too, who've been in the league, like Gnort, or is it Nort? I don't know how to pronounce it, and Kilowog. Shout out to anybody who read the issues those are in. I own them, and I love those issues. But they could be Green Lanterns, too. So that's who I think will be in there, one of those Green Lanterns. I think it'll most likely be Hal Jordan, but it could be somebody else. Who knows? Number 2, I know he's eventually going to be in there, is the Martian Manhunter. The Martian Manhunter is one of the underrated classic DC superheroes, and he's one of the founding members of the Justice League in the comics. And I don't know why this character hasn't taken off. I love the Martian Manhunter. I think he's fantastic. I don't know why he's not a bigger deal in the comics and in pop culture, but I don't know. He just didn't catch on that much. But people know who the Martian Manhunter is, dang it. He was, in the aforementioned Justice League Unlimited cartoon, one of the main characters, so people know who he is. He's currently appearing in live action as a character, a main cast member on the Supergirl TV show. He appeared in Smallville. He's been in several Justice League animated movies. He was in the Injustice Gods Among Us Part 1 video game, and that movie is wildly popular, so a lot of gamers know who he is. A lot of people will say that he's one of the more obscure superheroes, but at this point, I don't know if he's that obscure anymore. He's been popping up in too many places. Not to mention the fact that he's appearing in comics. He's been in many DC comic books for decades. And he's a famous member of the Justice League. So I think that it's only a matter of time before he's in there. I would love it if he popped up in Justice League Part 2. I don't know. They might wait to have him in Justice League 3 or farther down the line, but I think he would be a great second wave member, and I hope he's coming. And as you know, the Martian Manhunter is a shapeshifter, so maybe he already is in the DC Extended Universe in disguise as another character. Wouldn't that be awesome? Maybe the Martian Manhunter is already among us. Number 3 is Shazam, otherwise known as the original Captain Marvel. And that's a whole nother video, but anyways, because Marvel has a Marvel Cinematic Universe and Marvel Comics has a Captain Marvel character, DC is just going to refer to him as Shazam to not confuse anything. But anyways, that's a character that I think could show up in the next wave because obviously he's getting his movie. That was announced at Comic-Con on Saturday, July 22nd last month. So he's coming to the DC Extended Universe, and he's a famous superhero in the comics. He's been a member of the Justice League in the comics and in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon series. So why not put him in the movies? I think it's logical for him to be in there. There are a couple of reasons, though, why I could see them not putting him in there, or at least not that much. Because even though Shazam has been in the Justice League, he's he's a solo superhero with his own series and his own, family of characters. And he has a lot of his own stuff going on where he doesn't necessarily need the League to make a statement or have a franchise. He's getting a Shazam movie, and, he has Black Adam, he has Mary Marvel, he has Captain Marvel Jr., all these other characters who are part of, I guess, the Shazam universe, who could spin off and be like their own mini franchise in the movies, just like they're kind of their own little mini kind of unit in the comics. So even though Shazam might wind up joining the Justice League someday, I wouldn't be surprised if they have him only be on there temporarily, or if they don't put him in there at all. Maybe he'll assist the Justice League and then, go off somewhere. Who knows? But I think he's a logical next choice to be in there. I'd be perfectly fine, don't get me wrong, if he was a longtime member. But, we'll see. It's possible that he won't be. But if he does, great. Number 4 is Mera, or Mura. I think it's Mera, right? I know who the character is, but I don't always have the pronunciations right. Mera, as you know, is Aquaman's most famous lover. She's the hydrokinetic Zebelian. Well, Zebel's the name of the city she's from underwater, but she's appearing in the Aquaman comics, and just recently, last month, in Justice League, I think 25, or Justice League 24, the comic, Justice League 24, she joined the Justice League for the first time. And I think, if people want to have another female member come to the Justice League in the movies, Wonder Woman's there, but I don't think they want to have her be the only woman in there. Mera's a good choice because she'll already have been established in the DC Extended Universe as a member of Aquaman supporting cast. She's showing up in Justice League, the first one. I don't think she'll be a member there, but she's going to be in the Aquaman movie, and she'll have already been, set up as a superpowered character within the cinematic universe, and they won't have to do too much work introducing her because she'll have already been introduced. So I think it could be very logical that she could follow her lover, her husband, right into the Justice League and become a member, and I don't see why they wouldn't welcome her if they're looking to shore up their ranks with more superpowered awesome people. And so there we have it. My top 4 picks and predictions for the next 4 people. That was 5, wasn't it? The next 4 people to join the Justice League after the original ones pop up in Justice League Part 1 this November. But what do you think? Am I right or am I way off base? And beyond that, who do you want to be the next wave of members? Maybe not any of these folks. It could be someone completely different. Maybe Green Arrow, Black Canary, some other folks. And if you like this video and want to watch me make more videos about DC movies and TV shows and all that good stuff, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Talk to you soon. Or have a nice night. Talk to you soon.